not how, but where did you start this? Basically, starting from what your first job was, and then how did you think about this?
Okay, so I mean, to start with, so we are from hotel management background, so we done our hotel management in India from Degree College in Mumbai.
Yes.
And we came for our further studies in the UK. We did our postgraduate diploma in hotel and business management. We worked with different hotel chains. So we started with Hilton, started with entry-level positions, and worked our way up to head of operations. And then we both have been friends since we are in college, since 2000. So we always had a drive to do something of our own. And then we used to work with hotels, see other people doing their own businesses. Seeing our own hotel chains, extremely busy environment. We got a lot of things to learn. So we always had something in mind that we should try something for own. There's no point, keeping working for someone, because to get to monetarily as well, to get to that certain level, it takes a lot of years.
Okay.
So we always had the greed for money as well. That was also a driving force. So we ultimately we decided that there is a point when we should start it, and then we can call it a blessing in disguise. When the recession was there, Sujay actually had quit his job at that time. And
Right.
we said, okay, now this is the time that if you are ready, I have a job right now, but you can devote your full time there, and then I can join in when after I finish my shift that I was working. So at that time I was working in Central London.
Right. So you were working, and then Sujay.
Sujay was doing full time.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and my wife Manali, both of us used to come after we finished shifts, and then we had someone to help us. Friends and family used to come and help us at that time.
Right.
So we started. First 1 month, we just were on the high street asking people whether we'll get a small space to do this thing. So we have this idea that there's a Indian burger called Vada Pav, which we want to start here because we don't get that authenticity here.
Correct.
So that is how it it started. Wherever you go, you get Punjabi food, you get all other cuisines, but hardcore regional Indian food, which is
That is street food.
street food.
Absolutely.
We were not getting it here. So that is how the idea clicked. And so then finally we approached a person who had a cafe, had an ice cream parlor, which was not doing well. So he agreed and he gave us a small space in his ice cream parlor. That's how so we hired a small kitchen. At that time I think the rent was something around £400 a month or something like that.
Right.
So we put some money and we got all the gas and whatever was required to start. So initially when we started, our menu was only Vada Pav. Firstly it was Vada Pav and Dabeli. These are the two items we started with, and then we used to cut the Vada Pav into 4, had a platter, and we used to sample it out on the streets.
So you sample it on the streets for the people to
sampled it on the streets. And then when we came up with the idea that if we need to increase the business, we need to show our display our food and to all the people on the ice cream.
Yeah.
So then we bought a kettle, so we started chai as well. So then Sujay used to go to all the shops with the tea in the morning, and then when I used to come, I used to do the second round. I used to go with the kettle and cups. We used to sell tea for 50p in all the there we got to learn a lot of things about nature of the customer, how people behave, how can we convince them to order food from us. So we used to give some free food with the tea. If somebody orders tea, so then we used to go with the kettle. We used to sell 4 teas, and then we need a snack with it. So then we used to say, why don't you try our Vada Pav? You don't pay us for this time, but next time if you like it, then that's how it started. So morning and evening we used to have rounds on the high street, banks. Then there was telephone shops like Phones for You, Car Phone Warehouse, all the Indian Asian people working there. Also people from other communities, they started liking it.
Right.
And then the community around Hounslow also they tasted the food, and that's how the business started picking up. And then slowly and steadily we took over the cafe. So from 400 rent it went to 1200 rent, because then we took over his place.
Correct.
Then
Yeah, maybe I'd like to ask Sujay now, why vada pav? I know that you have kind of decided to do something, but why vada pav?
Just to introduce myself, obviously I've done the same thing. I've done my hotel management from the same college as Subodh and I know hotels as well. I used to work for different hotels as well, like Hilton, Terminal 4 and Central and all that. And as Subodh said, it was the same thing that, firstly, it was recession time, jobs were not there and we always had to do something. We never decided that we need to do something. And why vada pav? And I would say, to be very honest, before starting Arab also we had been in the country for 10 years. We never had vada pav anywhere. We explored so many, being me and him, both foodies, we explored so many restaurants. We found one restaurant we served Indo food, but never a vada pav. And being born and brought up in Mumbai, vada pav was like, we were born with. Like every single day, if it was vada pav, you miss something.
school, college, that's what we used to live at.
So when there was no vada pav as such, and then the only thing we could think of what to start, we were like, we don't want to do all over again that same chicken tikka masala and roti, which is only considered as Indian, which is not the fact. And then this is what we need to introduce, this is what we need to tell people or to introduce people. This is also a food which is regional food, and this is also called Indian food, and this is also very famous. I mean, the whole of Bombay thrives on it, to be very honest. It is a lifeline of Bombay as well, which people don't just know. So yes, that is how we started, right? Because I think we had more than. There were two reasons I would say. Obviously, it was pretty much cheap to start with. They don't require too much of a capital, and the biggest reason is that we both were, I think, emotionally attached with the vada.
Very true. I think every Maharashtrian is emotionally attached to vada pav. Completely agree. Right. So, as far as I know, Hounslow is the one here. How many shops do you have so far?
So we have Hounslow, then we got one in Harrow, one in Pinner Road, then one in Slough, and now we're one in Birmingham.
Birmingham. So you've got about 5 restaurants running at the moment in England. Okay. Now, your business has been running for 10 long years. So, you want to share with us certain things which a Maharashtrian entrepreneur like to know and learn from your experiences, all the ups and downs that you have faced and how you strategized it. Any ups and downs that you had to face in this?
When your ups and downs were almost there, I mean, because we were prepared for it. I mean, to be very honest, when you are doing something of your own and when you take that entrepreneurial step, then the downs is going to come. There is no way, there is no two ways about it. You're going to face, you might as well face more downs than ups, to be very honest. So yeah. So you just have to face it. I mean, you have to just, if there is a down, then you have to just somehow hang on to it. And what I think we both have learned is that to just keep on going. Just work hard and things will fall in place. I mean, if at all, right now, if it's a downfall period, you just like, for example, right now when the COVID started. Obviously, for us, everything was new. We were like, oh my God, our shops are closed for 1 month. But then, yeah, the only thing which kept us going was that we had an activity. No, it will become positive. But we just kept it going. We straight away started thinking the next step. Okay, fair enough, the shops are now closed. What is the next option?
Correct.
So how we can have the same food delivered to people, or we can do something online, or we could do some kind of dark kitchens. What can we do? So we just straight away started thinking the next step. So I think that is one of the key to get over your, think a little bit forward, to always have a plan B, something like that.
So you always have a plan B.
In hotel industry, there are a couple of key things, which you can't miss. I mean, firstly is your food. I mean, yes, the ambience and everything matters. Ultimately, people come into any restaurant is to have the food experience. Ambience is there now. It is really important in today's day. So food. So that is what we never compromise from day one. Our food quality has always been, very good.
Absolutely, I agree on that. Yeah.
And we take a lot of effort in ensuring that is in place. We have a habit of anytime we go into a shop, we go inside, we'll sit outside, order a vada pav or a misal, which are our hardcore always match it to the quality from day one. Whether it is the same, whether people are still having the same kind of experience. And people like yourself who have been our patrons since 10 years, we always take their feedback as really important. Whatever they say, even if it is a small thing. Because, when it was one outlet, it is very easy to manage. Once it scales up, then obviously every single day there are issues because from a single outlet it becomes 4 or 5 outlets. Then the food quality is there, but the second aspect is man management. And obviously because it is food, every hand is different. So at that before we had our production kitchen, we had to employ chefs, we had to train them. But ultimately, you put a bit of extra masala, the taste changes. You don't have the consistency of the besan, the taste will change. So we always had these issues, but we have trained our staff to deal with those issues.
And I think more than that, I think our education in hotel management helped us a lot because I think that then we decided, obviously before it was very much what we can say, the way it came in, and we never had that kind of resources. But then once we had the resources, we applied those technical things to have a standardized recipe, to have a standardized menu, so you follow the standard recipe with the exact grammage and everything. So even if the hand changes, the taste doesn't change. So all of these kind of technical aspects we did straight away applied it as soon as we had our resources in our hands. Initially, obviously, we couldn't do it because of it requires funding or whatever. But then, as soon as we could get the resources, we straight away deployed those kind of techniques in there, so standardizing the recipe, standardizing the training of the staff. We have a training manual.
Moving with time is also really important in any business. And both of us always have these brainstorming sessions and do our competition analysis all the time. What are people doing? What are people thinking about our food? Is there any competition coming into the market? If yes, then what are they doing different to us? How can how can we up the game? And that is what has got us here. As you asked, this is also the drive behind us. Energy comes from there. We have to be the best in what we are doing. That is what has helped us.
Very true. There's one question there regarding the staff. Do you have all Maharashtrian staff, or do you have staff members coming from different parts of the communities?
Our key people as of now are Maharashtrian. So our head chef is a Maharashtrian who is a lady from Daisar. Our assistant manager is, the group assistant manager is Maharashtrian who also comes from Gujarat. So, and not that we just wanted Maharashtrians, no, but it just so happened.
Yeah.
But overall, staff-wise, we don't see ourselves, saying that we only have Maharashtrians or only Indians. We had one of our very good person who used to actually make vadas for us was a Pakistani. So to be very honest, for us is at one given time one of our main chefs who used to actually make missile and everything was a Romanian. So yeah, so we're not into that we would restrict ourselves. We are pretty much, we believe in diversity.
Absolutely, yes. That's exactly
It's all about the output, and whoever is working,
Who delivers, he is here.
Yes, true. Right. Now coming to the last bit of the interview here, can you please tell me what's your vision down the line, going ahead for the next 10 years time or in future, if you want to think?
I think the ultimate, as I told you in the morning, the ultimate goal or the far-sighted goal in this is like to have made vada pav as a global, a global selling dish or a global selling food item. I would say the same like what pizza is.
Yes.
So pizza is like you just any newborn would know what pizza is. Yeah. So to make vada pav at least that kind of a global phenomenon, or at least everyone should think of having vada pav at least once a day or twice a day. That is what the ultimate goal is. And yeah, to do that and to scale up everything, obviously we've required new techniques, a new way of doing things. So obviously now like Solihull is like one step up. The MyUkKitchen is totally different. If we have a linear pass like McDonald's or KFC, so you start from left, finish off in the right, and the dish is out.
Yeah.
Then obviously there are so much of innovation has gone down. How that vada pav, not only vada pav would require that typical kadhai and all of that tam jam. So no, vada pav can be delivered in bigger restaurants, bigger kitchens. It can be delivered in the drive-throughs. It can be delivered in the motorway services. It can be on a train station. So it can be everywhere.
Yeah.
And obviously for that we have to amend a little bit of maybe a recipe, maybe the whole innovation of the machinery, the way it is prepared. So yeah, so
And that's what we did, with so many years of experience and seeing the current market, the trends. That is where we found out that there is tremendous potential in the brand and in obviously what in Mumbai street food, because people are now diverting from the traditional way of eating to small bits. So even if you go to high-end restaurants, everyone is doing taster menus now. So nobody wants a big plate of starters, big plate of main course. And that is what is our USP. Anything you buy is firstly cheap.
Yes.
And secondly, it is small portions. You can share. Basically, so you order 4 dishes, you share, and still you don't, empty your pockets. So that is where we saw the potential. But to ensure that we reach, our reach gets firstly national and then local, we have to do a few changes, because if it is to scale up, then we cannot be relying on skilled labor, because that is a barrier in getting it up there. That is why, as Sujay said, we've done all the changes necessary, and then Solihull is our new flagship brand. Last time we spoke, so whatever mistakes we make there, we are going to rectify that and then make it into a template to multiply it further. And then as I said, the street food, Mumbai street food is so vast. You can literally create derivatives within those menu items. So then, as I said, we're planning for SKVP Diner, we'll be planning for SKVP Express, where the menu will be extended. In Diner you'll get dosa, you'll get all the Chinese biryani, and we'll ensure that the speed and the quality remains the same, but the ambience might be different in different places. As Sujay mentioned, it can be on the train station, it can be on the airport, it can be our express mall,
so
we will only get small.
We have successfully done a few tweaks and a few research we have done. Vada pavs now are not fried anymore, they are baked. So they are exactly the same taste, same texture, same crispiness, but it is baked. So that can be gone. So we don't require we don't require gas, we don't require an oil, which is what requires electricity, and that's about it. So that is the way to scale up. Innovations is always very necessary to,
And then, as you know, that now people are moving into vegan. Veganism is getting very big across the world now. And we have a tremendous opportunity within our menu. We were doing it for so many years, but unknowingly. We were serving people who were vegan, who never asked for it. But now, so we are working on having a vegan menu, advertising. And so if you come down to a Solihull branch, you see a lot of crowd other than Asian. You see British people, Americans, European people enjoying our delicacies with all their requests met. So some people cannot take that kind of spice. We can amend that. If some people are vegan, we can give the vegan menu. And by altering the taste of the food at the minimum level, so you get the same taste even if you go vegan.
It doesn't have to be like the vegan doesn't have to be compulsory how it was before to only salads and
Yes.
a little bit of
It can be interesting.
But an Indian food being vegan is a very new
Yes, absolutely. One nagging question I have: do you have family members who are into business?
My dad is into business, so
has that kind of helped you?
A lot.
Yeah.
It has definitely helped a
Okay,
lot.
I'm just thinking.
Not in the same business or not
Yeah.
related to restaurant or food, anything like that.
Correct. Yeah, I'm just thinking from the point of the view, we're thinking about Marathi entrepreneurs there. So it's rarely that a Marathi person coming to UK would think about entrepreneurship. Obviously, this has changed the scenario in the last 5 years' time.
Sure.
But before that, a Marathi person would come here, do a private job, take the money, go back home. That's all. But now, the Marathi person is daring. He's daring to do something more.
Right,
So
yeah.
hence, I wanted to check whether you have family members who are into business and in terms of like the nature, the genes
Correct,
which
correct,
help you
yeah.
out,
Might,
or is it the personal
Also,
drive,
I mean,
personal thing?
see, there are both two aspects to it. Yes, obviously, your family background plays a role into it, but your experience, as you know, because we came outside India when we were 20, 21.
Yeah.
We were quite young. So from 21 to say 28, 29, we saw the world basically. That gave us the risk-taking ability. When we saw other people taking risks, we said, what is the worst that can
Had the
happen?
fire in the belly.
Yeah,
Now
you
we
can
are
jump. You can jump.
No, I mean, what we always thought, seeing the whole world traveling around and everyone, what we collected was that the only thing that could happen is you fail and you come back to zero.
Yes.
And that's about it. So
Yeah.
unless it is not going to die, it's more than happy.
very nice.
Yeah.
That's a very positive
And that
idea.
is what drives us every time, because if you have to grow a business, currently what is risk in any business is it's to arrange the finances, because obviously you can't keep on generating money. Any business will not give you that much money after paying all the bills and taxes. There comes some situation thing where you have to take a loan or get a finance from somewhere. But as long as the figures match, you know what your what numbers are you going to achieve.
I think I'm going forward, not every time that a person in Maharashtra, as you mentioned, that who had genes or business or good
Yes,
genes.
exactly.
But then I think the other thing which we both observed is like that we need to help our community as such. We need to, how I can say that, we need to support each other, not only like me as a business supporting another business, but me as a customer supporting the business as well. So we need to support it really, in a good way, not to just, I see many a time people not supporting each other and growing the thing. We need to do that first. We need to make sure that, I think future generations need to know that doctor and engineer is not the only two professions in this world. There are so many other different professions that you could succeed in.
Absolutely. There are so many other parallels to life.
Yeah.
And how does your family react to this? You coming here for business jobs and choosing to do this business
Currently they are extremely happy, but this wouldn't have been possible without their support. That is where the family background comes into place. So when we decided that, when we called up home and said that this is what we want to do, the reaction was good. You should try it.
So sweet
There
of
is
them,
no.
yes.
So they had full support, and my family, my wife, everybody had given us complete support. In fact, as I said, my wife was working with us for the first 3-4 months. She was
We never had this kind of a special chef coming in and giving that recipe. What we relied on, or what core was to depend on that Gharguti recipe, you know what I mean? So what that recipe which comes from your grandmother to your mother and to your, and it just carries forward.
Correct.
So if you see any of the Bombay Vada Pav is famous, it is not some 5-star chef comes in. It is from that
Somebody's home.
Somebody's home, like
It's comforting.
yeah, so basically from Lalbagh, someone's mill got closed, and then the guy comes out saying vada pav, and his mother actually gives the recipe, and they start making vada pav. That's how they all go ahead. So basically, the recipe was from someone's mother and grandfather, and that's how his wife knew it, and we started. So that is, I think, also a very core thing to have. You don't always require some kind of fancy recipe.
So apart from vada pav, we've got misal pav and a huge range of things being sold in all your restaurants, right? So I'll be sharing this on the screen if you don't mind over there. Yeah. Perfect. Right? Any more questions you have? Perfect. Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.